Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome to the Gun Shop. Like myself, many of you are following the PlayStation Network outage, which has been going on since, I think, Wednesday. So the last we knew from PlayStation was that they admitted it was an outside attack and the services are down. The latest update on the PlayStation blog indicates that they are actually rebuilding the network. Now, we don't know if, likely it's not from the ground up, because that would take forever. But we don't know what portion or chunks of the network they're actually working on. All they said is that it is time-consuming. Time-consuming in corporate lingo means a long time. If they don't give you a specified duration of how long it's going to take, you can expect a few more days, a week, hopefully not 2 weeks, because that would be really, really bad. But anyway, you can expect quite a delay there, so you're going to probably want to plug in one of these games. This is Uncharted 2. Play some single-player games. Take the advantage to try them out rather than going into the, maybe I'll even play Black Ops. I never even played the single-player campaign. So who knows? Who knows what I'll do right now. Nonetheless, take the opportunity because we don't know how long this is going to be out. We don't know how long it's going to be gone. Now, I know some of you had sent me a while ago some messages indicating that GameStop was saying, oh, well, Sony said it was going to be 1 to 2 weeks, and they didn't convey that information. I didn't report on that only because it was just simple messages and hearsay rather than me seeing links or something on the blog or whatever. But with the latest posting from Sony indicating that they're rebuilding the network and that this is time-consuming, may suggest that we are looking at a week plus, possibly. I'm not saying for sure, but that kind of lingo suggests that we're looking at an extended duration of downtime. And for one, I'll tell you right now, while it's kind of annoying, I would much rather have them take the time to fix it properly than do a quick fix, a little patch, and then send us back into the network only to have it attacked again and go down some other way. Obviously, if they're looking at it, they've hopefully figured out what the heck the problem was, and they're working at coding it. So this isn't a matter of a hardware fix. This is software that's got to be programmed and coded in order to actually work. So this is something that's going to take a little bit of time, and I guarantee you they're frantically working on this. The one thing I'm going to point out, and this kind of annoyed me as well, I know some of you are annoyed with this, and believe me, I'd like to get on the network as well. Same with my wife. She's an online gamer playing Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Black Ops, and she's online all the time too. She's like, I can't get on, blah, blah. And I know some of you are saying, oh, well, PlayStation, they should have communicated better. They gave us exactly what information we needed. They can't give us more information if they don't know what it is. It takes time, first of all, because it wasn't a hardware problem, so obviously they're frantically going around. They gave us a message when it was down. They said that they're looking into it. They gave us an update the next day. They can't be expected to give an hourly update when there's no new information. It's a hacker. They hacked in there. They're certainly not going to give us information as to how they hacked in, because once that information's out there, all the other inept hackers that don't really would want to do this sort of malicious, because believe me, there are, would maybe go, oh, that's how you got in, boom, and then it's like educating them. You don't want to do that. Let Sony deal with it. They've identified it, let them fix it. Yes, they could have given us hourly updates, but what are they going to tell us? It continues to be hacked. We're continuing to look at it. Who cares? If you've got no new information, then what's the point? What I don't like is when big websites, and I'm going to say this because I read this and it really annoyed me, when websites such as IGN, and I'll give you a link to this as well, are feeding into it. We're already agitated. A lot of us PlayStation gamers, I switch and I've been playing on the Xbox Live because I have that, but not all of you have all the money in the world to be friggin' buying every single system, so you're limited, and when the PlayStation Network's down, it's a hindrance and it's an annoyance. So anyway, I go on there, and they already know that we're irritated. A lot of you are like, why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they, giving us updates and everything? And I told you my perspective, and granted, I'm not saying you're wrong for being frustrated. I understand that you're frustrated, and I understand why you're frustrated. Just for me, I look at it differently. I'm like, okay, well, there's no new information. They gave us the update, and that's it. And really, they don't want to give too much because it may be used against them or other companies for that matter. So anyway, this article from IGN feeds into it. Oh, they're like, oh, it's ridiculous, and I can't believe, and they're failing, and PlayStation's failing everyone. you know, you're supposed to be, especially, you know, this is my show where this is not a completely unbiased opinion. I give you the news, and generally I give you my opinion as well. I try to stay as neutral as possible for the most part, but just like you, I have a personal opinion and I'm going to share it. But with IGN, who's looked upon as sort of being across-the-board news, you know, covering all platforms, PC, Wii, Xbox, and PS3, it seems rather odd and annoying that they go on and they jump on, I guess, the hate bandwagon, building up all this anger towards them. I mean, is that really responsible? If I was from Sony and I saw articles like that coming from a huge website, basically feeding into the anger towards us, I would not be giving concessions for anything. I would not be allowed to be like, you know what, if you're trying to screw and tattoo us and give us bad publicity, why would we give you concessions for early reviews or anything like that? It's a very stupid move on their part, and I think it's not very tactful that they're doing stuff like this. I think they should be maintaining the news and saying, here's what the situation is, you know, sit back, just wait, this is likely what the outcome is, and so forth, and keep going that way, instead of building into it. I mean, me, this is what I do. I do Explosion, but I mean, that's why it's called the gun shop. It's not the gaming news, you know what I mean? I just found it irritating, and I'll even give you a link to it and you can read it, but you know what? It may have fed into it, and if you feel the same way, then you don't see anything wrong with it. You're like, exactly! That's exactly how I feel! Anyway, leave your comments below. How do you feel about it? Do you still feel that you're ripped off? I mean, what more do you want in terms of communication? They've given us enough information. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't need any more information. I can take what they've given us and extrapolate what I need from it. You know what I mean? Anyway, if you want more, I'll give you updates all the time. Don't worry about it. Subscribe and I'll keep on telling you what's going on. I constantly dig for the information on PlayStation, outside of PlayStation. You know what I mean? Anyway, leave your comments below, rate the video, and remember, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Peace.